We're here with former England goalkeeper and in fact the most capped player for the England national team, Peter Shilton. Peter, thank you for joining us.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Can you just tell us a bit about what you're doing here today in Hackney Marshes?
Yes, I'm doing a promotion for Betfair, and it's basically to sort of, we've got some competition winners here, and I'm trying to explain the psychology and my thoughts on being involved in a penalty shootout, whether it's taking the penalty or actually trying to save it as a keeper, because we've seen so many times, you know, players missing the goal completely, not hitting good penalties, and keepers, you know, sort of not being able to save them. And I think a lot of it is down to pressure, you know, that long walk from the halfway line before you put the ball down, all the thoughts that can go through your mind, and obviously from a goalkeeper's point of view, your little tips on, you know, when a player puts the ball down, how he walks back, you maybe pick a little bit something up from his body movement to sort of give you an idea of which side he's going to put it. Those are the kind of some of the things we talked about.
You've been to 3 World Cups, you're obviously a man with a lot of experience. There's a lot of physical preparation but also mental preparation. What goes through your mind mentally when you're preparing for a big tournament?
Well, you've got this situation where you've finished a long hard season, you know, playing in the Premier League. It's physically demanding. So you need to rest, have a certain amount of rest, you know, get that little bit of freshness back, mentally and physically. But you can't switch off completely, because when you switch off completely, like you go away on holiday with the family for a week or something, it's very hard to get back into the mould, so to speak. And I think it's that balancing act, especially for a manager like Roy Hodgson. He's got to train the players, get them used to the heat, which is going to be, you know, quite hard in Brazil. But by the same token, just trying to sort of give them as much rest as well and keep their legs fresh and keep their mental attitude fresh after a long season.
You were in goal in the '96 World Cup, which obviously included the famous Hand of God goal by Diego Maradona. That goes down as a memorable moment in World Cup history. What's the most memorable moment though for you as a player and also as a spectator?
Well, '86 wasn't a great thing to be involved in, because obviously you got the world's greatest player cheating and getting away with it, and we were just relying on the referee and linesman. I thought one of them might have seen it, but it was incredible. But I think people say, how do you feel? I said, well, yeah, it's one of those instances, but by the same token, I think Maradona maybe should have apologised and admitted to it. That was a World Cup that's for all the wrong reasons, but Italia '90 was fantastic. And I think, you know, you just obviously you know, give it everything you can in World Cups. You know, I've got a memory of obviously the semi-final in Italia '90. You know, getting that far in a World Cup was brilliant. It's the best we've ever done away from England, although in '66 we won it at home. And, you know, we did really well. It was a great tournament to play in, and I think from a World Cup point of view, you know, that was a fantastic memory. And obviously just getting 125 caps, you know, was something I'm very proud of.